Happy Chainsaw Man Day. It is Chainsaw Man Day, as you already know, which is chapter 166. So you know what we about to go do, right? We about to react to this goddamn chapter and see what was actually gonna go down here. Is this man about to go to a brothel? Are we gonna see Kobeni at all? Is these possibilities even possible that we're even thinking about right now? For everything that's going on in this world, will there even be a brothel around? That's the question here, right? Right? I mean, you have to still live in this society. So, I mean, I don't know. I'll leave that with a grain of salt. I look forward to this. Desto, welcome in. How you doing? And there's a lot of discourse. I'd love to talk about it once we get done with reading the chapter then, because I'm kind of curious of what you're talking about. But we'll see. I want to see how I feel about this. I'm hoping that I'm on the side of me like enjoying the chapter, but we'll see what happens here. We'll see. So, as y'all already know, if you want to read this along with me, go to Shonen Jump app. Like it's literally on your phone. It's free. It's easy. All right. It's like 1, 2, 3 ABC. You know what I'm saying? Just get on your phone, get up in here, and let's read some goddamn manga together. Okay? Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. It's going to become. Okay. Oh, come on, Quetz. Welcome in though, you freaking sucker. All right. Chainsaw Man, chapter 166. Rain, brothel, removal. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on because I mean, it's probably raining, right? We're gonna go to a brothel, okay? But, I mean, what's about the removal? Like, are they gonna remove the brothel altogether? Like, what are we doing? All right. I own a top-notch place. Go get a happy ending there. It's like a what? Why is the first thing I read? This man owns a brothel, though? You know, look, he knows how to handle swords. All right, I'm quiet. All right, gross. Could you not? That's the last thing on Denji's mind right now, right? Oh, Asa. You gonna find out who you're actually dealing with, okay? When thirst happens, you know, like his body still yearns for these things to happen, okay? Like, come on. Okay, come on, Asa. Like, Asa, you're gonna find out who this man actually is, okay? You gonna find out who he actually is, goddamn. His grandfather's? That makes a lot of sense, actually, does though. That makes a lot of sense. That you're probably right about that. And he's running the whole family business at that point, right? That makes a lot of sense. I think that's what it is. How you doing, Big Woke? Oh, welcome in. He's thinking about it. He said, oh, man, brothel though? They want to show a picture for some reason. It is what it is. All right. Don't you need to look for a Nayuta? You need to eat to get your energy up for the search, don't you? Oh, he's gonna eat all right. Bone apple tea. All right, stop. He really thinking about it, man. Look. Now that he mentions it. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Now that he mentions it, I haven't masturbated at all lately. I mean, you didn't even have a chance to. Your hand was like up your butt somewhere, you know? Like, it was in a whole different freaking environment at this point, you know? Like, you couldn't even do that if you wanted to, okay? Like, excuse me? I was like, huh? Okay, come on now. Do I feel this depressed because I haven't jerked in a while? Could be part of it? Like, physically, scientifically speaking. You know, look, this is Denji. This is our boy. This is our boy, all right? It's something, look, I mean, if you really think about what Denji's actually saying, I know that sounds freaking crazy to say, but if you think about what he's actually saying, I mean, there is some truth to that, you know? Sometimes, you know, you gotta do the wanky panky in order to get yourself right sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Look, you know, that's why he's probably feeling that way, all right? Exactly. He's 17 years old. You know, he don't know no better. He don't know no better. You know, and he hadn't had nothing. Look. He's trying to remember who he is. You said, what the hell? See, also, you ain't down bad like that. You ain't down bad like that. You just gotta give yourself a minute, right? Look. we're all worried about you and trying to save you. How can you think about sex right now? It's the same thing as getting hungry or sleepy. You know who else said that? Elise Johnson, you know? Well, Booty Warrior, you know? Booty is just like the need of hunger to be eaten. Booty's like, I need that in my life. I like you. And let me stop. Like, come on, bro. What is this? That's how far it is for guys, right? Right, dudes? Oh, come on, God. You really trying to get everybody else in on this? I don't think they're going to say anything. Not in this situation. I highly doubt they're going to be like, you know what? Denji, you're absolutely right. Yes. As a sophisticated human being myself, I too have to wank the bank sometimes. Like, no. So like, what we doing? Makes sense, but reading out loud. It's gonna be funny. Yeah, this guy, like, it's, man, this manga makes me read some of the weirdest stuff sometimes. I swear to God. You despicable, shameless pig. Aren't you worried about Nayuta? Of course I am. It's just physically, it's better to take care of my sex drive first for, like, science reasons. I love this. All right. Oh. Wait. Wait, what? Okay, shower massages, the private room's condom girl. That's what it's called. Okay, all right then. Bet. And his place is broke. Is ran down. I mean, like I said, we are in a situation right now where the world's on fire. Not everything's gonna stay intact. Now, they still push through if they persevere, even despite all the craziness going on in this goddamn world. But I mean, this is to be expected. Oh, Denji. Oh, you. That's Sideburns brothel? Ha! It's totally burned down. At least like serves you right, sucker. Okay, I guess you ain't gonna be able to get nothing in today. Let me stop. And now it's raining. Fantastic. Let's just go I don't know. Let's just go get something to eat. I don't even care what anymore. I think you do. You're not gonna be okay with getting sushi. You're not, because you're not gonna eat it, Asa. So why are we lying now? Why are we lying? All right, hold on a minute. It's really downpouring all of a sudden, and he's on the ground. Was he really looking forward to this? God. Okay. What? Why can't I keep my priorities straight? Oh, okay. All right. There's some sense. There's some sense going on here. Hold on a minute. My pets died. Nayuta's missing. And I'm trying to go to a brothel. I want to be Chainsaw Man for praise and acknowledgement. For a load of crap. The truth is, all I really wanted was for ladies to be all over me so I could have tons and tons of sex. Never mind. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop doing that. I give this man praise, like, oh, he's getting his priorities straight. Okay, so he's actually, you know, he's speaking facts at first, and then all of a sudden he goes, you know, reverts back to the usual. This happens every single time, and I get got by this every single time. I don't know why, but god dang it, man. My boy. Which from last week was wrong. I thought they were gonna find the brothel. I thought so too, man, but apparently not. That brothel ain't even around. Come on, what is dialogue? Okay, all right. I'm always thinking with my dick. It's like, why are you laughing? What is this? It's not funny. It's all my dick's fault. I can't fight it. It ruins everything around me. Damn it. Look, the one lesson you're gonna get out of this chapter, don't be thinking with your dick. Okay, guys? All right, for all the men in the room, look, gotta think with your brain. Not with the dick, okay? All right? Because it's not Dick Grayson. Oh, okay. Yoru, hello. Your pecker's the problem? Then I'll cut it off for you. Come with me. Huh? How's it, what? You went in like this? What is going on with you? I mean, they took the time. Look, they took the time to reattach that bad boy. All right, and now we're gonna take it off. I don't even think that's gonna be. That's not gonna fix it. Like, you know, urges are urges. You know, he hasn't had anything yet. So, what is this chapter? This is not what I expected. I will say. I'll be honest with you, because, you know, we talked about this. I got a little hyped because there's like many things that could have happened. This was not what I expected. Like, we talked about this. Like, whoa, like you talked about this, right? Like, we thought there was gonna be like a brothel situation. There's gonna be a fight happening. Maybe Kishibe, maybe Konobe can come by something, you know what I mean? Like, I think we had too much of a, like, lofty ideals and maybe too much expectation for what this chapter was supposed to be, right? And, I mean, to be fair, Fujimoto does this to us all the freaking time. Like how Denji always reverts back to his old ways, we gotta remember that Fujimoto always will try to twist and turn this into some other way that you just cannot predict. Like, this is not what I expected, like, at all. Question is, I don't know, like, do I like it? This chapter seemed really fast. This was an incredibly fast chapter, I have to say, all things considered, like, reading through this whole thing. This is one of those, like, easily 100% transitional chapter, not much meat on the bone with this. Like, this, I'm surprised with this. So I think what Dessa was talking about with the discourse, now I'm thinking about it, is just how this chapter was framed at this point. The endings wasn't necessarily bad. Like, the point of what we're trying to go through, I don't mind it, but I don't know. I was expecting more. I will say. What are you on? Same. I don't know. That's something, man. Fujimoto, he's on something. All right, you're gonna turn Denji into a. Oh yeah, baby. All right, she wants it. Whoa, buddy. Whoa. Calm yourself. Hold on there, buddy. Hold on. I don't know about all that. I doubt that now. I hope, anyways. A dick sword? I mean, if it's like, no, think about it for a second. Like, if it's a possession in her hand, this whole thing sounds so bad. She's holding a dick, but like she can transform into any kind of weapon she wants, right? So it could be like a dick sword. You know what I'm saying? It can be her most prized possession, and therefore be one of the strongest weapons she has. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I gotta stop talking. I gotta stop. All right. The thing is, the chapter kind of tragic. Denji wants to change, but he can't, which is true. I mean, but it's not like he hasn't had this like idea to change. It never happens given how he is as a character. It's a thing, right? I personally love this chapter, and it's deeper than people are giving it credit for. I'm not joking. No, I mean, I can see why you're probably saying that, because I mean, this is more of a, if you really like look more into this is very like in a way a deep dive into actually Denji's character in general, because as we all know, we'll always say it's when it comes to Denji's character is that he's just a horny, perverted like guy. That's like the main, I wouldn't call it selling point, but that is something that if anyone brings up about like what Chainsaw Man's about, they usually say that about his character, and that has always been prevalent within him as a character in general. So with how this chapter does, it's actually trying to flip that narrative on its head a little bit, and he wants to actually be different. He doesn't want this to be just his personality and who he is as an individual, because there's other things that trump that priority of his adolescence, you know what I'm saying? Or his perverseness, I should say, not adolescence, but his perverseness, you know what I mean? So I seize it, but it's just like, I don't know. Again, maybe I think partly for me anyways, I had a different outlook and expectation for it. So I think that is skewing how I feel about it a little bit, I will say. If we were on Twitch, I would bonk you. Of course, I was talking about using it as a way. Look, man, I'm just saying, bro. People destroying Denji after this chapter. Wait. So what do you mean? What do you mean? What is the discourse exactly? I'm kind of curious, like, what are people saying about this chapter exactly? I'd like to know, and let's talk about that if that's the case. Because this wasn't like the worst chapter or anything like that. I mean, like I said, I feel like this is decent. Like, for me, it's a decent chapter. It's, for me, like transitional in a lot of ways, but it is something that is more akin to like going deeper into like Denji's character, and maybe this can be a final actual turnaround to his character potentially. I don't know. I mean, will he even accept this deal to actually cut his dick off, though? That's the thing, actually. Let's ask that question, too. Will Denji allow Yoru, not Asa, Yoru to take his dick? I mean, to like, cut it off. Like, I can't talk about this chapter while I sound like so sus. This is so bad. YouTube, this is the chapter. Just want you to know, don't ban me, all right? Because, like, the chapter is weird, okay? So it's hard to talk about. I can't even say that because that sounds weird saying hard. Don't be quiet, god dang it. All right. What is this? God dang it. The discourse is that Denji never is going to change, and he's a... See, that's not even... Again, that's not even true. This chapter shows he's not one-dimensional. What? People are still saying he's one-dimensional even after all this time. It's like, yes, he has this issue with his, but that's his character. Like, you can have other, he's really literally talking about what other things he has to worry about, but at the end of the day, the dick rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, it overrules what he needs, because his desires are trumping his actual priorities. You know what I mean? But for to say he's one-dimensional isn't really true, because it's not like he hasn't had a lot of moments, specifically in part 2. Actually, if you've been reading part 2 at all, you can see he's been thinking a lot more about himself and about the people that are around him. Even just how he's been taking care of Naruto, there's a lot of thought and character just by itself there. So, like, he's not one-dimensional. I don't understand why the fandom says that about his character. It really showcases, like, the understanding of who Denji even is, and that's a problem in of itself. You know, people are saying Fujimoto isn't taking the story seriously. That is debatable. In a way, you could debate that, but at the same time, I disagree on that, simply because these, like I said before, we're on a little like road trip at the moment. We can make it more serious, yes, but that's in its inherent, like, theme within Chainsaw Man. It's never to be too serious. Like, this show always has wild and goofy stuff just happen all the time. You know what I mean? There's always something happening that is just outlandish. It's almost like JoJo, actually. You know, like, weird comparison, but at the same time, it kind of fits in this particular category. But Chainsaw Man is in a lot of ways, it's like JoJo. JoJo can be serious at times, but a lot of the times, it's outlandish and goofy. There's just too much stupid stuff that be going on. And it's like, bro, how the heck does battle end like this? You know what I mean? And Chainsaw Man kind of like goes in that same kind of direction, where there is serious moments to be had here. But if you really think about it as a whole, as a manga, there's not a lot of, like, truly serious, like, times that goes on within this series. Because at the end of the day, a lot of the characters are kind of unserious in that sense, because of how the world is, and I put that on the world building. If I'm being honest with it, like, that's why I keep talking about how the world is, and I want to understand it more, because I feel like the world building is partially to blame to why. Like, at the end of the day, life is crazy. So, I mean, everybody's has a screw loose somewhere. That's part of the theme of what Chainsaw Man. So, I don't know. All right. And also, yeah, exactly, Death Zone. Nobody remembers how old he actually is either. Like, he's only 17 years old. Like, when you're that age, yes, I mean, you worry about that kind of stuff. You wanna throw down. That's what you wanna do. Like, that's something. I wonder what the demographic is when people are actually, like, how old they are when it comes to reading this. Like, I understand having a lot of stuff going on, but, like, that's still a primal desire that is just always gonna be there. It's the thing here. If you want to use a common to distract from exactly. Great point on that, Death Cell, because that's what I'm trying to say at the end of the day. That's what Fujimoto does when it comes to his writing style. When it comes to this particular manga, he doesn't really harp on the more serious tones that he does bring to the world. I mean, the whole Nostradamus prophecy is a very, really serious thing, and right now, weirdly enough, this is like in the background. In the face of what we're seeing right now when it comes to just having our character moments. Honestly, this chapter could be better than what I'm even, like, looking at it from if I look at it from a different perspective, because, like I said, this is a very big character moment. Like, this could actually change for Denji. Like, his character might actually go through some type of growth. Now, mind you, if he does grow as a character, right? he's still gonna act perverse. Like people gotta remember this, because he's probably gonna still do this. There's probably gonna still be some moment. Honestly, I got a prediction. I got something, and it's gonna sound crazy. Yoru's already offering to cut his dick off, right? What if instead of doing that, they become boyfriend girlfriend? Because remember, he never really had a true boyfriend, like he never had a true relationship. And then maybe like Pound Town or something, like he'll like offer, like might ask for that or something. You know what I mean? Because like he can like quell those desires or something like that. Obviously, that's not gonna work. Like she's not gonna go with that, obviously. But I'm just saying, like I can see him going that route and thinking that that's a way of fixing it. Because this is Denji we're talking about. Like Denji's gonna sit there and be like, I think this is the way to fix it. Like scientifically speaking, physically speaking, like come on now. Well, honestly, that's also a very good question too, Woke. Why would, like, it's not even Asa that was actually asking this or doing this for him, right? This is Yoru trying to help Denji, which is very odd when she doesn't care about him like that. So it's weird that she's even trying to have like a situation where it can actually help him. Now it's still kind of messed up, but it makes you wonder what's going on with Yoru's mind. But I think she's just trying to speed up the process. Obviously, it's like, if I can get rid of this, that means I can fight him a lot sooner. Therefore, I can get rid of him. You know what I mean? So like, she's probably looking at it from that perspective as opposed to, you know, any other way. Also, how you doing, Anna? Welcome in. So no, like, the more I think about this chapter, the more it's like, okay, I get what we're trying to get to, or what we're doing anyways. Also, question for you guys, because I don't know, I didn't get a chance to look at it, but is there a chapter next week? Is there a chapter next week? If there is, then okay, we're good. If there isn't, I'm gonna be a little upset, because this is not a good chapter to just end off on. I need a little more than this. Because like I said, there's not really too much to talk about ultimately when it comes to this chapter like that. Is that totally weird because Yoru shares also subconscious feelings towards Denji? I mean, yes and no. I mean, like, it's there, obviously, but I know they have two separate, like, personalities and two separate type of feelings towards the characters, right? Like, she probably cares about Asa, right? So the fact that she cares about Asa, she's trying to help Asa out by doing this for Asa then. Not necessarily because she might have actual inner feelings for, like, Denji the character. I don't think that's the case necessarily. I think it's a lot more complex than what we're probably giving it is a thing here. Again, I want a chapter here. Since we're doing character moments, I need a chapter. And I'm hoping they do this soon, where we have a moment where Yoru and Asa actually talk to each other. Like, I need to know what made them to like come together like they are right now. And I just need more clarification, like, just on their connection at this point. That I would love that, because they're like, right now we're on a freaking road trip type of thing. Everybody's getting character development, so why not give Asa some moments as well? And I like to see that if that's possible. I always ask for this, but a lot of the times Fujimoto does not deliver on this. He finds some other route to try to like quell my curiosities. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens here. God dang it! God freaking This is hard. I don't know where I would actually put this when it comes to like the rating for this. So I'm really still thinking about this, because like, that sucks. We need another chapter for next week. That's not good to have a break right now. God dang it. The joke about the horsewoman being Pachita's angry ex is looking more likely. Honestly, yes, I could definitely see that. There's a reason why they were all fighting him and everything. You know what's funny? You bring that up, Desto, though. Because if it is like that, if that is actually the case, right? This is pretty much Scott Pilgrim versus the world, in a way. All the angry exes coming back. That's what we're actually reading this entire time. All right, and he takes his mask off, and he's that creator. Ha! I highly doubt that's the case here. All right, but I don't know. Freaking goddamn break. Like, I don't know. I find it interesting, weirdly enough, that Kovini's brother was like laughing a little bit at the whole freaking "you gotta masturbate," which is interesting. Like, he barely ever says anything, or even laughs for that matter. So I'm surprised he was actually laughing at that, you know. So maybe we might get something out of him too. So like, for my predictions for the next chapter that does come out, I don't think his dick's getting cut off. I doubt that's the case here. Like I said, I think there's gonna be some type of proposal potentially between him and Asa. Because I mean, he does like Asa, and Asa does like him. If he actually reveals his feelings for real, that might do something for Asa. For like, be honest with you. So they can go the route of maybe there's a potential relationship that actually could happen all of a sudden, or complete rejection, obviously, because you know Asa is Asa, and she's probably not gonna be able to like handle that kind of like confession. She's gonna sit there like, oh my god, what's this, and want to leave and everything. So I don't know. Also, Yoru's there too, and Yoru's gonna be like, we don't got time for this. We don't got time for this. So I don't know. I can see him doing something along those lines potentially, and maybe trying to strike a deal to be like, this is something I can probably get myself out of, to where I don't have to feel like I'm just a horny boy 100% of the time. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Imagine this from Haruka's POV. He's just witnessing his hero yelling about. I mean, okay, I mean, you do have a point there. You do have a point there. It's like, dang, this man's Chainsaw Man, but here he is screaming about his dick. All right. You think they're gonna get jumped next chapter? By who? Or are they just like more Chainsaw Man people? Or is it gonna be like some like the public safety? Well, even though who's left in the public safety that would even do anything to them at this point? Because everybody, I don't know, they ain't looking too good, bro. So I'm kind of curious, like, who you think's gonna be the ones jumping at them? I mean, Desto, if Rize wants to come by, I have no problems with that, because we haven't seen that character in freaking centuries. God dang it, I need to see her come back again. All right, be another potential love interest, like that could be the other ex. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on. But I don't think so. Like, the more we talk about this, and the more that we keep talking about, hey, this character should come back, this character should come back, I'm losing faith in the fact that we're actually even going to see them in this, like, part 2 at all. I don't think we're going to see Kobeni. I don't think we're going to see Kishibe. Rize is non-existent. For some reason, I feel like we're just not actually going to be dealing with them. Or if we ever do, we might get maybe, like, Kishibe, and there's potential Rize at the end where the Most Prophecy really starts to go down. That'll probably be, like, the only time we might actually see them. Right now, I don't see it. I just don't see it anymore. I don't know. I don't believe in it. I think something is gonna get in the way between what Yora's trying to do with. I mean, interesting. I mean, unless Yoshida comes by, I guess the only other character I could think that would like try to get in the way of this particular situation. I can see maybe Yoshida like, hey, what are you doing over there? All right, but I don't. Even then, it's like I don't know. I mean. Also, Yoru and Asa were fighting against Yoshida, which is why I'm bringing him up in the first place. So, like, that's very dangerous of him to even put himself in that predicament, though, because there's also Katana Man like in the cut. So I don't know if he would do that unless he has other people with him. I don't know. It's hard to. That's the thing about, again, how Fujimoto writes and how Chainsaw Man even is as a story. It's very difficult to actually predict what's actually going to happen here. Like, I'm struggling on what we need to do with that. You ever think we get Katana back in this? Well, not in this capacity. I expected him to come back, given how his character actually is. I did expect him to come back. I didn't expect him to be like doing a road trip version. Like he has way more character than we actually ever seen of him. So no, I didn't expect him to be like this at all. And I mean, you never know. Sometimes you just gotta expect the unexpected. And that's what I'm trying to do when it comes to Chainsaw Man, is expect the unexpected. I say right now that I don't expect them to come, but there is a chance that those characters could return. But I'm not holding out on it. I'm not sitting here like, yeah, I know they're coming. Because I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to hype myself up like I just did last chapter. Because like I said, this one kind of threw me off a little bit. Fumiko gonna show up. What is Fumiko gonna do? What the heck is Fumiko gonna... Fumiko, what, you gonna run away again? Like, get that girl out of here, bro. God. Man, she ain't nothing, bro. And it's funny how we try to hype her up and like, oh, you know, she could be something else. And, you know, like, I don't know what happened. People got so sidetracked by the goddamn belly button that we just like, I don't know. the more I think about it, it's just like, I don't know what anybody was thinking when it comes to like Fumiko's character. Cause bro, she's let me down all the way, 100%, bro. I'm done. But I mean, she could come by with Yoshida if that's the case. That could be a possibility. All right. She just says she wants a piece of Denji. Bro, okay, stop. I mean, god dang it. You so like, what? She gonna come in the cut and be like, "Hey, Yoru, are you cutting his dick off? Can I have it?" Like, I'm about to say what she gonna do with it, but let me be quiet. All right, this is the problem. Freaking Chainsaw Man, we gotta stop being sus, bro. We gotta stop being sus, man. Woke, really? This is what I'm talking about. See, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. The belly button got you acting up. This is what I'm talking about. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop that. Don't let the thirst take over. Sometimes you gotta let that go. All right. God dang it. I don't know. So I guess I have to ask you guys, what is the rating you're gonna get for this chapter? What are y'all gonna give this chapter this week? I'm very curious at this point. I feel like our ratings are all gonna be different. I don't think we're all gonna be on the same page here when it comes to the rating for this chapter. After deliberately thinking about this for a minute, that's why we're having this conversation. For me, I think I'm gonna give it a 7.5. It's not quite an 8 for me. Like I said, it still feels pretty transitional. Like, this chapter would work well if we're binge reading it. You know what I'm saying? Like if this was in a volume, right, where there's like 4 chapters that you're getting in every volume, this would work better in that kind of setting as opposed to reading it on a weekly basis. And I'm used to seeing stuff like this. This type of stuff happens. You do need to build your story, and you need to build your characters. This is a turning point for Denji potentially, so we'll see where it goes. I'm hoping he doesn't let me down in that instance where we see some actual character growth from him, and maybe make it very obvious that it's character growth. Because like, I see the growth in Denji's character, but I feel like the fandom doesn't see the growth in Denji's character, and I feel like this could be finally the time to really showcase that he is a different guy than how he was in the beginning. Because we all got to remember, not just by his age, but you also got to remember how his life was, or even is. Like, his life has never been good from him being a child to where he is now. Like, he has given body parts, everything away. Like, it's bad, right? So we got to remember the type of like individual he even is, because he hasn't had a normal upbringing, so he's a very unorthodox type of character. So we got to remember that. We do got to remember that. Oh, Woke gave it a freaking 6 out of 10. Wow, interesting. You didn't give it a 7? Interesting. Probably a 7 in terms of story progression, but 8.5 in terms of Denji. Yeah, see, that's what this is why like I'm in between it, and I'm putting 7.5 because I do appreciate the development within Denji's character. But like I said, I just hope that with next chapter we could actually get something that's more concrete, so people can understand that and stop saying he's one-dimensional, because Denji's not one-dimensional. He hasn't been one-dimensional for a long time now. He started to be less one-dimensional in part 1, actually, is a thing. Like, when it comes to his character, like there's a lot of growth there. It's not like he reverted or anything. It's just that the perverseness of his character is always there. Like, it's funny because, you know, I think about it, it's like watching other animes. You watch other animes, for that matter, like Meliodas. Granted, probably a terrible guy. Now I'm bringing him up, but at the same time, I'm making a point in saying that Meliodas, you know, if you watch the Seven Deadly Sins, there's more to his character than just him being a pervert. There's a lot of characters that's just perverted characters, but there's more to him. Like, no, better example, Moroku. There it is. Okay, all right, Moroku. He's perverted, right? But there's more to this monk that meets the eye. A lot of the times when we have perverted characters, they always do seem one-dimensional, but that's a trope that they have. Tropes tend to rule their characters a lot. Sometimes, well, if you're a good writer, you can use that trope and twist it or push it to another level that you haven't seen before. You know what I mean? So there is that we can have here, and Fujimoto is a good writer. So it's just a matter of him, I guess, for, at least in this particular instance, for Chainsaw Man, he's been doing it very subtly. I think it's time for him to be more direct in this particular approach here. So, yeah. Yo, thank you. Actually, no, yeah, you're right. So, yeah, Sanji would be a better example. Sanji's way better than, yes, actually. Yeah. So Oda just, I don't think he hates, no, so he does not hate Sanji, because Sanji got too many abilities at this point to where he can't hate on this guy, because he's freaking busted, bro. He has been multidimensional since chapter 1, in my opinion. I can agree on that. I can actually agree on that too. Because like I said, remember his upbringing. Like, he's not just that kind of character. He's learning through the process of literally living. He's, like, this man was eating literal trash. Did we forget, literally just last chapter, this man was eating doo-doo stained toilet paper to survive out here. Man ate some throw up, he eats trash. He was eating anything he could to survive in this freaking world, in this environment that he's in, bro. Like, come on now. This is why we gotta remember who he actually is. Take the moment to actually digest his character like he digests that freaking doo-doo stained toilet paper, okay? It's a really dumb take, and I don't agree with it in any capacity. And I hope that maybe some of the fan base that does come through this see this portion of the video, and maybe we can have a discussion about it. Because if you do think he's one-dimensional, I would like to know exactly why. Because I'm always open up for a discussion. As long as we keep it civil, I don't care what kind of discussion we actually have. As long as y'all keep it civil, we can talk about anything. So I'm willing to have that conversation to know what it is exactly that keeps you thinking that he is that way. Because there's multitude of instances with his character that shows that he's not. So yeah, private love and abuse. Nobody talks about that. And this is why he's trying to find that within people, and he struggles with that. And he's found different types of love. Let's break it down, because like Aki, he's found a family within his character with Aki. You know, he's never really had that type of connection before with the older brother type of situation. You know what I mean? That's something that he never dealt with, and that's something he learned. And he learned a lot from Aki as a character. He learned so much. This is why he's able to actually take care of Nayuta, because of Aki. Character growth just by itself right there without having to actually expel it out to you, because that's why he's able to do what he's doing. You know what I mean? Freaking Power was a different type of like love that we have seen, that we haven't really seen like that. This is not like a just pure like physical type of thing where he's just trying to like have sex. No, there's a different type of love that was actually a different kind of connection, I should say, for them, that transcends just the sexual aspects of things, which is why there's like always that moment we always go back to where they're like taking a bath together and all that stuff. Like, you know what I mean? There was a different type of sense of love that was within their characters, why that stuck with him for so long. You know what I mean? Like, all the characters that he actually has dealt with throughout the entirety of this show has taught him some form of some type of traits when it comes to, like, you know, his character trait that he is now. So like, this is why you gotta take the time at some point to just reread Chainsaw Man, because there's more to Denji that meets the eye, and some of the weird kooky moments that we do get from him, there's meaning behind it. Even with what we're doing right now, as dumb as it all sounds, there's meaning behind the type of writing that he's doing. You know what I mean? They felt like family. I mean, that's kind of like the dynamic that ultimately ended up happening here. You know what I mean? He means teach them something. Even Yoshida teaches them about trusting a friend. Yeah, exactly. That's still within part 2, and he's been very consistent with this type of theme with Denji's character and how he learns. Now, like I said, on the surface, it's like it seems like he's still the same dude, but like if you look more into him, there's so much more to him. So, like I said, I understand his character. At least I think I do. Anyways, right? But there's so much in this, and there's a lot of other videos even on YouTube, which I've also watched to kind of have a better understanding of who he is as an individual. Because like the writing in Chainsaw Man is very nuanced. It is very nuanced. I will say so. It's not always easy to pick up on everything that's going on within the series, and especially when it comes to the manga format of it all, because of how you can miss subtleties within the background that might give you hints on things that I even be missing. And then that's so you come through like, actually, did you notice this? Like, I'm pretty sure there's probably something in this chapter right now I didn't even notice. that's so you probably saw, but I don't know. All right. Also, welcome, Ines. I don't know if you read the chapter, but what'd you give it out of 10, man? What'd you give it? But all right. I feel like this is a good conversation, at least to have, to talk about Denji's character and as a whole, because I haven't actually had a moment to really like break it down like that, you know. So again, for those that watch this as like a VOD or as a video and everything, I do want to know your opinions about Denji's character and its growth as a character within the series. And you think I'm capping, or what are your thoughts? I love to know a more in-depth type of like thought process. Maybe there's something even I'm missing, because it probably goes even deeper than what I'm already saying. So I'm just saying, like, for those that do watch this later, I would like to know in the comments below. But with that said, I think we're done here. This concludes our Chainsaw Man chapter review / discussion / live reaction. Again, 7.5 out of 10 for me. Since we're gonna be on break next week, there ain't gonna be no chapter, so we ain't gonna have a stream for Chainsaw Man next week, unfortunately. What I will do, there's more manga I'm trying to get into. Kagurabachi is here to stay, it seems like. So what I'm probably gonna start doing here is I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start doing some shorts for Kagurabachi. So I'm gonna start going more heavy on this. So more content for Kagurabachi will be on the way. But outside of that, I want to get back into Dandadan. So I think once me and Anna gets done playing that game we're playing, which is gonna be later today, which is like the Metal Slug kind of game we're playing. Once we beat that game, we're gonna start reading Dandadan together. So after Kagurabachi, we're gonna then read some Dandadan, and we're gonna try to catch up with that, and then we could probably make videos on Dandadan. So that'll be another something that will be within the channel on here that we can actually do together. So that's just another little something that we're gonna be cooking up, but it's gonna take a minute. It is gonna take a minute. So y'all got the updates, y'all gonna know, and we're gonna figure this whole thing out. Also, welcome in, brother. I mean, but can you though, Ahmed? Smashes his exactly. All right, Zaya, stop! No, we're not doing this here. This is freaking YouTube. Okay, god dang. I only just dropped one of the best chapters it's ever had. I've been hearing things about Dandadan, so I'm just like, okay, I gotta start rereading this. Like I gotta get back into it. I will read a little bit like off stream to get Anna caught up, so that we can just start off from where we left off from before, which is not that far from where I was reading. So we'll get back from that point, and then we'll just try to catch up to it then, because I know it's like 100+ chapters or something like that. So we're gonna do this. I am Ahmed. Just give me a minute. It's gonna take a minute, but we're gonna do this. All right. So I already said it, but later today we will be streaming over on twitch.tv / Thabreakmaster. We will be playing that Metal Slug type game with Anna M. That's gonna be her, and also we're gonna be reading Kagurabachi. Apparently Kagurabachi had a really interesting twist, so I'm looking forward to reading that this coming stream. So be on the lookout for that stream. And Wednesday, I'm still debating whether or not I'll be streaming or not, but I will be in another stream with other streamers. So I'll give you guys updates on that. It's going to be with Kame Tsuname. So yeah, so I'll keep y'all updated on that thing. All right. That's me, exactly, Anna. And I need to look, I got to reread that whole thing, Ahmed. All right. Until then, people, drink your goddamn water and your vitamins. Break out the wah. Yeah.